Retail sales fell in December unexpectedly. Retail sales fell last month, the government has said, despite earlier scattered signs that the 2009 holiday shopping season was stronger than expected. From supermarkets to department stores, sales fell 0.3% from November, a decline that economists attributed to a bleak jobs market and a reluctance by consumers to spend freely. Economists, encouraged by signs that consumers were regaining confidence, had expected sales to rise 0.5%. So in other words, the U.S. economy is not really getting that much better. The tone of the report from the Commerce Department was at odds with a stream of data showing that sales in December were up markedly compared with the dreary results of the year before. At department stores, for instance, the latest government data showed that sales fell 1.2% compared with December 2008. Economists reconciled the differences by saying that the government's report was a broader measure of the industry and included data from smaller retailers that were probably not in other surveys. The Commerce Department figures did show some strength when compared with the previous year. The government's tally examines a wide range of businesses, including car dealers, grocery stores, and bars. Julia Coronado, senior United States economist at BNP Paribas, called the December report a modest setback, but she said that sales generally climbed during the last part of 2009. This is consumers taking a little bit of a breather after some of that pent-up demand had come forward. She added, consumers are still spending, it's just that they're doing so in a judicious manner. Sales at electronics stores fell 2.6% from the previous month, and they were down 0.7% compared with 2008, and other reports on the holiday shopping season. However, electronics were some of December's best sellers. Sales at clothing stores declined 0.6% from November, and general merchandise stores fell 0.8%. Sales at health and personal care stores increased by 0.8%. Excluding care sales, which tend to be volatile, sales were down 0.3% from November, falling short of the forecast of a 0.2% increase. The government's figures, which are adjusted to account for the spike in sales during the holiday season, showed that retail sales totaled $353 billion in December. In its report, the government also revised its November data, saying sales were 1.8% higher rather than the 1.3% it had originally reported. Joshua Shapiro, chief United States economist for MFR, said the outlook for consumer spending was terrible, given that the unemployment rate remained at 10% officially, and at least 15.3 million Americans were without work. He said it was difficult to reconcile the November increase with the December drop. Today's numbers are a little bit of a dose of reality. The truth is somewhere in between, and I would imagine it's closer to December than November, he also added. In a separate report, the Labor Department said the average number of Americans filing for unemployment benefits for the first time over the last 4 weeks dropped to the lowest level since August 2008. Those numbers offered some hope that companies has slowed the pace of layoffs. Still, though, 444,000 people filed claims last week, an 11,000 increase from the previous week, slightly higher than expected. And again, there's something much more going on here. There are fundamental problems with the U.S. economy and with the economies of the world. How can you have jobs being lost and the economy getting better at the same time? No jobs or no job creation? Then no real economic recovery is possible. People must have jobs to spend. How can they spend if they don't have the money? Because they're not going to. And the economy won't get better until jobs are actually being created, not destroyed. And these are more signs of the end times transition days. A huge transition is going on around the world. Everything that must change rapidly. It must change for the better. Real changes must happen. It's time. And there are many signs happening all around the world, day by day.